Hi, welcome to this video. I think it's going to be, I don't know, number 2, number 3, depends on how I number it. But this is going to be augment controls, and let's just jump right in. Right, so when I last left this party, I was talking about the idea that you need to have augment tab selected, and then you can use your left and right arrows, click on it, left and right arrows, up and down arrows to change elevation, and it is the right mouse button allows you to do some scroll around. There are some visual settings that will change or enhance or reduce how augment plays back, and those are off to the side over here. Okay, and so the first one that I'm going to hit is I'm just going to hit this light right here. Changing the light is how I was able to turn off the light for the work lights off. You can turn the work lights to where the work lights are, the ambient light is off, at a low level, at a medium level, at a high level. You can change this setting. Every setting I have is either low light or off. The other thing that we can change as far as your visualizer goes is you can change how much of the beam we see. You can see very little, almost none of the beam. You can see just a medium amount of it, like there's a light dust in the air, or you can see it to where it's kind of hazy. And that's just looking at the beam. Turning haze on is a more specific thing, and it will allow you to see shafts of gobos and things like that if that's a direction that your design is taking you. Everything that I have so far is set up on a medium and either low or off for ambient light. Okay, so that's this little light area. If I come over, I think I just click on the visualizer to close it. Okay, so then there's also this little plus sign down at the bottom, and the plus sign will take you into the last menu area, which is options, right? And if you click on options, right, what we're doing is we're talking about resolution here. We're talking about how accurately it's trying to portray everything. And if you click the little pancake stack that's down here, you have a couple of different options about how we say, or how Augment is showing you the lights and the light beams. And as far as the quality up here, I think you're almost always going to want to stay in this medium performance, unless your computer is just totally not able to deal with it at all. This would be the very last thing I would change if I was trying to speed my computer up. But you can. It's just if you go to low, you'll lose all your gobos or your gobo resolution. Your beam quality gets really low. If you can stick around the medium thing, that is your best. Under the lighting is where you can actually save some computer horsepower and some resources. And you have three choices there. The first is approximated, right? And I'll just show you what they do here at first. This light is shining at this tabletop, and it's trying to stop at the surface that it hits. It's trying to do it, right? And it does a pretty good job. And this is I think it says it's the least resource intensive. So I believe that that's where I have it all set right now. The next one is a moderately resource intense. And what it does is the light will actually pass through the object. Do you see the fact that there's light underneath of the table? And I don't know that that's anything that we want. If you have a fairly robust computer, right, you can go for realistic, and the realistic one will stop at it. It projects shadows. It does all kinds of really good things, actually. And if your machine is capable of running in realistic mode, that's great. Go for it. If you're not though, you could just stay in the approximated view, and I think that everything will be just fine. And again, to get out of this, we just click here. Again, to get into that options, click the little plus at the bottom, and then you have options up there. The rest of this you should be able to leave alone. I wouldn't go too far into it. We might play with camera later on, but the only options I think you're going to be after are going to be your lighting options and the options. So that's what I have for this video. Here, let's go in and look at it real quick. Let's go into options. Let's change that or select that. We selected our little pancake. Let's say realistic, and then let's click away. Oh look, I have a moving light that is making a shadow. Well, that can't be good, but it is what it is, and I'll show you that later and why. And maybe we can delete that one if we want, but anyway, that's what it is. So and now all of those settings will go away as soon as you go to your go back to your as soon as you change snapshots. So that's what I have for this video, and I bet you there's at least one or two more in this.